afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Johnson jostles free. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On 1st and 10, here's Irvin. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. You talk about this Falcon defense. They were very strong last week in a win over Carolina.
They forced 7 turnovers. 7. I mean, think about that number now. That's supposed to be a lucky number, right? Lucky for one side, unlucky for the other.
And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And Godwin going to have a Bucs first down as he'll get this down to the 41.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
There's a short one taken in by Otten. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Quick throw to Olave. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Olave with his first grab, and he also has a first down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you...
And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Emeka Egbuka, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Buccaneers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Thomas wide open. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First don't jump, ready? At the 45-yard line.
Hey, can.
Fields. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
No mas. 319.
To throw is Fields. On the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
From the gun, here's Fields. Now he's going to step up and run. Here's one deep for Pickens. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. And they're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB.
This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Fields throwing again. Locates Mooney on the out route. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. 7-7, our score after 1. Back now in Atlanta, 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football, as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. Robinson, he'll try the left side. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
That's what you call stringing the play out. I know he was looking for a spot to get upfield, but they gave him nowhere to cut, nowhere to find a place to make it into the secondary, and they forced him out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Robinson. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Falcons have broken our tie. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And it'll find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have the Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. They'll run again here with Robinson. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be third down. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Going across the formation, there's Hatton with it. And he's got some space here. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
A lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and set him on a crossing route. And this works really well where you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
12 more yards. That's a Buccaneers first down. A gain of 12.
Mayfield off the play fake. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Olave, 52 yards. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
The kick is good.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Here we go, set. Right.
throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. The Falcons on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Fields. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Mayfield down. Wide open receiver complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Running the toss to Irving. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Quick throw, and Mayfield completes it. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll lead here to a third down. Throwing, Mayfield. And Mayfield again with the interception, his third. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, Fields. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
331.
Here's Fields. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Thomas. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Extend. Green, go.
Fields now to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. George Pickens as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Sheds off the tackle. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And not much happening there as he'll get it back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. McLaughlin now to kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Here's Fields. Now he'll tuck this and run, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Fields hit, and the ball is loose. And this will be recovered at least by the offense, but he'll be taken down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. Fielded at the 20. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
That'll be taken in downfield by Godwin. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 27 yards there, a first down.
First and 10.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Mayfield. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Jalen Walker able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone can go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
King! Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Hey, alert, alert! Alert! Point it right. Up. Done!
Mayfield looks to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he wisely will throw that one away.
There the quarterback has learned his lesson. He's thrown a few interceptions so far. That time he said, I'm making sure nobody catches this one.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. So add 3. All told, after the safety, it's a 5-point swing, and that could have turned out much worse.
Well, you don't want to say no harm, no foul, but I do believe you're right. A 9-point swing hurts. 5 points, much more manageable, especially in a tight game like this.
Room to run at the 50. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Falcons. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll be backed up a bit here after the free kick as they start out 1st and 10. Mayfield on play action. He lets it go deep for Olave. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Olave with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bucs are back within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Thomas brings it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And the Falcons, first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now it's Fields. And that'll be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
From the gun on third down, Fields. He'll try and do this himself. That is caught. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Back to throw, Fields. This is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Brian Thomas from 21 yards away. And the Falcons add 6 to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes this a 9-point game.
Buccaneers, 26.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And, CD, you know, sometimes you don't need those complicated game plans or the added wrinkles. Last time, now you think about it, couldn't have been any simpler. One play, one pass, touchdown.
I know those coaches put a lot of work into this game plan, but I don't think they mind possessions like that at all. They just saved those calls for this possession instead.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Buccaneers.
They go play action. Mayfield. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
First down. A gain of 21 yards. First down.
Play fake. Mayfield. That's complete to White. Ooh, the juke. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Complete right side to Otten. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Cade Otten from 4 yards out. And the Bucs have cut it back within a score. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is down to 2. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now Fields going to run. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
To throw is Fields. Now he's going to step up and run. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. Take it in at the 22. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now Mayfield. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, that has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Mayfield to throw it. They'll try and do this, and he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Wait a second, that's got to be a mistake. They declined it.
That doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, it doesn't at all because you want that penalty. All right, they just picked up a first down, right? You want the penalty.
I am so confused right now. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
At the 27-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and...
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. Down right around the 25. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
And this is the worry because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
Fields. A throw to the flat for Carter. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
From the gun, here's Fields. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Fields. Now Fields going to run. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
And when you're in a 1-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football in the places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Here we go. West side. EQ. Extend. Hey, can.
Throwing again is Fields. Now he'll tuck this and run. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal.
Here we go, son. Green knight.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Now Fields going to run. just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
And down here, first and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. Robinson will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
I give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may have been turned into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that will bring up second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now a 2nd and 6. To throw, Mayfield. Downfield, and he's got Olave. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 40.
Mayfield down. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Olave, 45 yards. And the Bucs have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. McLaughlin for the extra point. And the lead is down to 2. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score. But bottom line, they are still on top with the football. And a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A.
And what a tough spot for this defense because they know it's coming, but they're just powerless to stop it. What a great run there to start the drive. And you can bet there'll be more where that came from as they try to ice this game away.
Now a handoff to Rodriguez. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but
and this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Darnell Mooney, 50 yards. And the Falcons use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes this a 9-point game. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. 64 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Here's Mayfield. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing, Mayfield. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Quick throw to Olave. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Buccaneers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Mayfield with it once more. And that is incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Point it right. Watch out.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. With plenty of distance there as he banks it in.
43.
That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg. But how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
27-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Here we go.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. Good game there on 1st down. That keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, Nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage. Stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
Go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Fields. And that will be incomplete as well.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded at about the 28. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
They'll come up first and 10 here.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! 180! Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
Mayfield.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Here's second down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2 at the 45-yard line.
Mayfield.
And this is caught at the 20. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Chris Godwin.
55 yards.
And the Buccaneers strike quickly here to tie up the ball game.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter.
Buccaneers 50, Falcons 49.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. There's a nice move by Robinson.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here's first and 10.
EQ! Here we go, son. Chip snap. 319, right, son. Right.
Back to throw. Fields.
He's going to let it fly.
That is incomplete.
I don't know if you need the big shot right there or not, because you've still got time to work some of the shorter stuff and try to get into field goal range. They did go for the big one there. It would have been nice, but it winds up incomplete.
All eyes on Fields.
And got his man complete.
Now he's into the clear again.
And he gets it all the way down to the 3. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Oh, big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down inside the 5-yard line.
Here's first and goal. Here's Rodriguez. Well, he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Here we go. Good. 319.
And they will take a knee and set up what would be a potential game-winning field goal try. And they get the timeout called here. It comes with 1 second remaining on the clock. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. The clock showing just 1 tick. This for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And the Falcons are going to win the game.
Charles.